We have lots and lots of people in America who criticize America, criticize factions of America, and never really say, here's what we could do to make things better. So I'm just going to give a basic suggestion today. I'm a 24 hours news station. Doesn't matter which one I am. Doesn't matter which agenda I send out. I'm a 24-hour news station. Up in the corner of my screen, every day, all day, I'm going to put a map of the United States, one state highlighted, and then next to it, that state with its capital and its name so that you can figure out what it is. I leave it there for 24 hours every day for 1 week. At the end of a year, we've done all 50 states, and then we can add Puerto Rico if we feel like it, or the Virgin Islands if we feel like it, or Guam if we feel like it. But we at least have got the 50 states done. Then on the bottom of the screen, where sometimes they scroll different events, we can have the Constitution of the United States read across, or the amendments read across, or the presidents of the United States in the order that they served. And over the course of a day, a week, a year, you'd have just seen information. And maybe you'd pick up some of it. Maybe not, but nothing bad would happen if you missed it all. But something good would happen if you actually went, oh, the 22nd Amendment says nobody can be president more than twice. Huh. Interesting and pretty clear. And you can look at all the other amendments. They could just scroll down underneath. Again, you could have even events like the Civil War and put the dates, put a couple generals. There's so much information TV could do and YouTube could do and the internet could do that we don't do. I mean, those McDonald's Happy Meals could have a map of the United States. And if you know which state this is, you can have one free fry or something. I mean, what would happen bad? I remember my kids when they were little, they used to have like those little placemats and it was the countries of the world. And we always would like grab one here and there. And this is when they were 5 and 6 and 7. I mean, my kids know more geography than everybody who's on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. And so if you know what that's about, Jimmy Kimmel had an episode at the beginning of his show where he went out, I don't know, parking lot or wherever he was, and he had a big map of the world, and he had this person who just asked, hey, name a country on there. And they'd go there and they'd scratch their head and go, I don't know. They couldn't pick the United States. They couldn't pick the United States. You can watch this video on YouTube. I have 2 questions. When Jimmy Kimmel or Jon Stewart or Rachel Maddow or Megyn Kelly have YouTube videos out there that get millions of views, who gets that money? Them or the station they work for? I don't know the answer. I'd be curious if you happen to know. I'd love a comment. But my point to you is, Jimmy Kimmel had these people who they couldn't pick a place on a map, but he didn't then say afterwards, here's how we're going to make America not so ignorant. All 4 of those people make an average of $20 million a year entertaining you, not educating you, not presenting suggestions to make America better or our lives better or us less ignorant, but just, oh, chuckle, chuckle, or oh my gosh, or whatever we react to. Jimmy Kimmel does a really good job of making us realize that we know nothing when he asks people, random people supposedly. But my question to you, Mr. Kimmel, how many people? Did you pick 5 people and 4 of them didn't know anything and one 14-year-old did? Or did you pick 500 people and you only found 4 that were that ignorant of the geography of the world? And I think it would be important that you say that, because sometimes when we have commercials that say, most dentists say, or most dentists agree, most dentists where? Most dentists in Des Moines, Iowa, most dentists in the world, most dentists in, that's a stupid remark, most dentists. But here's my point. They make $20 million or more a year. That is an average of $54,000 a day. $54,000 a day. $54,000 a day is more than the average American earns in a year. So when you're laughing at something they say, or if you're chuckling at something they say, or you're scratching your head at something they say, or you go, oh my gosh, at something they say, they're the ones chuckling to the bank, not you. $54,000 a day to communicate to you that there's a lot of things wrong. Megyn Kelly tells us there's a lot of things wrong on the left. Rachel Maddow spends a lot of time telling us there's a lot of things wrong on the right. And they go home with $20 million a year. $54,000 a day. What do you do? And how bad would it be if we took my suggestion about how to fix some of the news, especially the 24-hour news cycle shows. I don't know about you, but if you can't find a country in the world, holy cow. And maybe we could start with, on the Rachel Maddow Show, the continents. So at the end of a year, you'd know at least the 7 continents. A few oceans, maybe. But what would be wrong with that? I can't think of a thing. But what would be good about it? We wouldn't be as ignorant as we are. And should we rename news? Because I'll tell you a very important insight. News is supposed to inform, not affirm what you already think. So, I just think it would be nice if all news stations, including even the big ones, ABC, CBS, NBC, would just start doing this. Because I don't think it would take anything away from their broadcasts. And just remember, the past whispers if you'll just listen. Please listen.